Look at you, my IT team.
I'm the new head of this department.
I am the head of this department. I thought I was. There will be some piece of evidence that will prove without any shadow of a doubt that you don't know anything about computers.
What are you doing?
Plugging in your computer.
Hello, computer. Hello. Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again? You do know how a button works, don't you?
Welcome back to the lab. I'm Leo Laporte. Our good friend Franklin Harris is here. He is, of course, the Tech File guy from the Tech File podcast, techfile.ca.
Thanks for having me.
And apparently doesn't mind taking modified Altoid tins, batteries, and mysterious circuitry through airport security.
Yes, it's a very interesting story on the way here. I got locked up for an hour and a half.
Well, that's not so bad.
Through security and Pearson with dogs and everything. They couldn't
They
figure
sniffed
out
it?
Yeah,
they were looking for explosives.
That's right.
Well, it looks a little bit like a homemade bomb. So this would be a first warning is if you're going to make this, don't take it on a plane.
Yeah, even though I checked it through my luggage, I wasn't stupid enough to bring it directly on the plane. They still had a serious problem.
Yeah, well, they'll find it, sure.
It's staying here. I'm not taking it back with
No,
me.
we'll keep it for you.
You guys can keep it.
We'll keep an eye on it.
I'll build another one when I get home.
And whatever you do, don't mail this anywhere.
Yeah,
They'll put it in a parking lot and blow it up.
That's right.
Yeah, it'll be on it. So what is this that we're making?
This is a USB charger using only 2 AA batteries. Now, I can't take credit for this design. Originally, this was designed by the guys at Make Magazine.
Oh, they do some neat stuff. That's a fun magazine.
They do some really cool stuff. But the problem is you can't really make the board that they had at home because it's double-sided, and if you're going to do this type of thing at home where you're going to etch your own board, you can't.
You got to use a breadboard kind of stuff you'd buy at hobby shops, right?
Yeah, that's right. A single-sided breadboard, you can do it at home, and that's what I did. I kind of modified the design so that you can do this at home with a single-sided board. Costs about $7 in parts that you can order. Including the tin and the batteries.
Looks like a couple of capacitors, a couple of resistors, 3 resistors.
Well, the key thing is the Max 756 boost controller.
That's the key. That little chip is a USB controller? What is it?
No, what it does is it actually takes 3 volts and regulates it to 5 volts.
In that little package?
That's right, in that little package. That's right.
Is that amazing?
Yeah, it's actually pretty neat what it does. So there are other ones that are simpler out there using 9-volt batteries, but you lose a lot of power, a lot of function because you're dissipating the extra 4 volts and the 9 volt through heat. So this is a much more efficient way. You can actually get almost 2 complete charges on an iPod video.
All the way up?
All the way up.
From 2 batteries?
From 2 AA batteries.
That actually is remarkable.
Yeah, it's quite neat. And I modified it to have dual ports, so you can charge 2 devices at the exact same time.
You are good. Yeah. So we've actually much improved on the original design, I think. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So this I didn't know this. So these batteries are putting out 3 volts.
That's right.
2 of them. And the USB spec says it should be 5 volts coming out of it. Okay. Show us whatever we need to know. I mean, obviously, these circuit designs will be on the website.
They'll be on the website.
This is for somebody who's done Heath kits or any kind of, I mean, it's not a complicated one, but you have to use a soldering iron.
No, it's not. And actually, up on the Tech File website, I have a complete video, a complete how-to, step-by-step, how to iron it on and how to use the etching solution, how to do everything.
What are you ironing on there?
I'm ironing on the print of the board that comes off the software.
Oh, so the board itself has some layout on it.
Well, yeah, you iron it on, and as you can see in the video, you run, you take the circuit board, you drop it in an etching solution, and the purpose of the etching solution, it'll dissolve away all the copper except where the black lines are, which leaves you with the traces on the bottom of the board.
So in effect, you know, where I would have, when I was doing Heath kits, actually had wires there.
That's right.
You're actually putting copper on the board,
That's
and
right.
that replaces the wires.
That's correct.
You could do with wires.
You could do with wires, but you'd probably never be able to fit it in such a small can.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I had never thought about doing that.
Yeah, I'll
That's
never,
very cool.
never run out of juice on any of my, my devices as well.
All right, so there you've etched it, and you've got it in the solution?
That's right. You wash the solution off. You're going to cut the board with a pair of scissors, drill through the board with a very small drill bit, like a number 63 bit. You can find all this stuff in an electronic shop. Your local electronic shop.
Nothing fancy here.
Nothing fancy. You can order it all through DigiKey.
By the way, you can buy these. I just want to point out, probably for less than you spent on this thing. I mean, you can buy these for around $40 or $50.
That's right, but I spent about $8.
Okay, all right. So you saved $32, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
All right.
But yeah, it takes all the fun out of building.
I know, this is the whole idea.
Device.
You know, what a great project if you wanted to do something with your kids to turn them onto electronics.
That's right. That's right. You have to be careful, though, with the etching solution. You got to be very careful. It's very dangerous. Yeah, it'll eat right through your skin or any of your
Here's all the parts you need. You've got the Altoids tin, although I guess any tin will do. This is just
any
the right
tin will
size.
do. Any tin will do. You got a bunch of capacitors, a bunch of resistors. resistors, and the Max 756 boost controller. I mean, that's the key right there. And once you get all that going and you pop a set of batteries in, you just take any USB device you want.
And you just plug it right in there.
You just plug it.
I didn't realize that you could, with 2 AA's, you could really, that's a lot of juice in there.
And
it's charging up.
Eventually you'll see.
Any minute now, you're going to see
batteries might be dead on that unit. Let's try this
He's
one.
used them all up.
Or the,
Is it charging?
Yeah, it's charging.
Look, so you can see the little charge icon there on the app iPod.
That's right.
That's very neat.
Yeah, it's pretty. I have all the files. We'll have them all up on the website.
See, it's too bad you can't carry this on a plane.
Yeah, it is.
Because
that's where the $40 model. The $40 model would be a lot better.
Because they look at that and they go, "Oh, that's safe."
That's right. This is not a bunch of hot glue and components and dog sniffing.
Doesn't weigh a whole.
Yeah, it doesn't weigh.
I feel really bad.
No, that's okay.
You must have anticipated that a little bit.
No. Yeah, a little bit. I didn't think that they were going to go through the entire hassle bringing dogs.
They strip search you?
No comment.
Really?
Yeah. No comment. No.
Wow.
No comment. I'm not at liberty to discuss
it. It is
anything.
because actually you look like a hoodlum.
Yeah.
So it could have
probably what it is. Yeah. Well, that and all the electronics and batteries, And
no, they would have done that to anybody. They would have done that to anybody. And I don't blame them. I mean, look at that. That could be anything.
Yeah, it was more entertaining than anything else, to be honest with you. I knew
they weren't hostile.
No, they weren't hostile.
You said, look, I'm about to do a TV show, and I've invented this little thing. Look, here's the book. Here's my website.
I actually got one of them to give me his cell phone and charge the cell phone.
Well, that should prove it. It works.
That's how I got out of that mess.
Would a bomb charge a cell phone? I think not. Not unless you were really a good designer.
That's right. Yeah, I hope not.
Yeah. So all of this is on techfile.ca. You can watch the video. We have the links, of course, on our website, labwithleo.com. You've even got the schematics and everything.
All the files is a complete how-to, a step-by-step how-to.
You took the beginnings of it and you made it work. You made it your own.
That's right. Made it easy to build at home, essentially, is what it was.
Yeah, I love it. That's really cool.
It's all yours. You can take it back on the plane.
Okay, shall I? I'll take both of them.
Take them both.
And I'll make sure that I don't have any batteries so it won't do anything. Yeah. That'll really help.
It might still confuse them, to be honest with you.
Franklin Harris is online at techfile.ca and is one of our great friends. It's so nice to see you. Thanks for coming all the way out here from Toronto. And watch out for him next time you're at Pearson. He could be trouble. All right, when we come back, we're going to have more of your calls. But first, let's play What's the Tech? This is a close-up picture of something. I think it's not a USB charger. Take a look at it. And, I don't know what it is. We'll zoom out and find out when we return. You stay right here.